All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Match point for Liquid Hero. Liquid Hero is up 2-0 over Thorzane. Let's get into the game on bel'shir Beach. And to clarify my point, +2. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You troll.
But I am actually very serious.
It is good. It is good. Absolutely. It is
actually the solution to all Terran versus Protoss problems. Yes.
All Protoss attacks have the answer of Terran base armor.
Okay. Look, planetary fortresses are the only static defense for Terran. They cost so much. You might as well upgrade all of them with the +2 building armor.
There you go.
5 armor. If you're not if you're a Protoss that doesn't upgrade at all, your zealots deal 6 damage. 6 damage
good.
to that.
And that's not what Hero was doing at all. He was upgrading like a son of a gun.
Yes, he was.
Map is going to be bel'shir Beach Winter Edition. We do have top left-hand side, the Red Protoss Liquid Hero. 2-0 in this best of 5. 1 game away from bringing all the guts and glory the Team Liquid deserves. $6,000 as well. Lower right-hand side is the blue Terran Mouse Thorzane.
Yes, sir.
And he has a hell of a mountain to climb. He's down 0-2 against Hero. And they haven't been close, by the way. I mean, Thorzane had his chances in Game 1. I think he played it. He's not playing terribly. He's not making horrific decisions. But when you're playing a world-class Protoss like Hero on that very short list of perhaps top 5 Protoss on the entire planet, you cannot make any mistakes. If you make any mistakes, he will exploit them and make it the reason why you lost. And I think we're seeing that showcased here.
You know, it's cool because Thorzane was known for his TVP, especially from the TSL finals, TSL 3 Grand Finals, with him and Naniwa. And at the time,
MC, man.
And MC. And at the time, MC and Naniwa were like unstoppable. People thought those two players were the best Protosses, and it was going to be for sure one of them winning. But Thorzane just upset both of them. And it's so crazy to see Liquid Hero with a very different style that we've seen in TSL 3. Of course, a lot's changed, a lot of metagame shifts. But still, I mean, Hero's just dismantling Thorzane in both Game 1 and Game 2. And he's looking to do it here in Game 3.
Yep, same build in the first 2 games. That kind of 1-gate expand into 3-gate Stalker Harass. Of course, he kind of aborted that idea in Game number 2. Here we're going to have Nexus first. A different look at the same kind of concept, very macro-based. A lot of times Terran players are going to flip out and try to punish a Nexus first, but in this case, Thorzane's already developed his strategy, which is just to have his command center pseudo-Nexus first, or command center first, rather. It's like the 1-Rax variety. And I anticipate the same kind of stuff from Thorzane. I think his opening is pretty fixed. It's not his opening that's getting him behind. It certainly is not. It's deflecting the aggression. It's putting him in place to do the right stuff. But unfortunately, I think it's that middle ground, that middle part of the matchup where Thorzane is either just a little bit too hesitant or he's on the receiving end of the mind games that Hero is delivering.
Jeff, I'm going to tell you something that is so sick that Hero did.
Okay.
Hero has noticed that Thorzane has been going a fast expansion, a gaseous fast expansion, before the second supply depot. Now, when you get it before the second supply depot, you cut Marines. You have to. So he's punishing his opponent really nicely by going this Nexus first, because there is no way he can ever pressure up. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
So this is probably the safest Nexus possible, and that's why we see Liquid Hero not really scrambling for any units. We don't have a Zealot to start us out.
Yeah, there's a Zealot.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm wrong.
Coming towards the Protoss, gonna find out that a bunker is nearly completed, and without a Stalker to partner up with, it's just scouting. Behind this, we see Hero adding a second gateway. Actually, his money's kind of poised here. It's either going to be more gateways or perhaps a Robo. But I really like this third command center from Thorzane. If you're facing Nexus first, this is like one of the safest things you can possibly do, because there's very, very little chance that you're going to be punished in the time that third command center is being produced. And we could, look at how it pairs up with what Hero's doing. Robo goes down, 2 gateways. Really don't like these Marines in the middle map for reasons I talked about in the last game.
Yep.
Cool, you did shield damage. Guess what? That's actually going to become nothing at all in about a minute. 0 damage, whereas you lost Marine and the other 4 Marines are damaged. So again, I feel like Hero's just extremely comfortable. He's like, well, gosh, I could not die right now. Let's go ahead and Chrono Boost probes. Let's maybe, add a lot of infrastructure, because I don't have to worry about being attacked.
So what do you think about this third orbital command center over here?
Love it.
Yeah,
more SCVs, more mules.
Style?
What's that?
Have you gone up against this style?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't really do Nexus first that much, but a lot of players will just blindly do Command Center first, or excuse me, third Command Center. And I think part of the problem is if you're not facing Nexus first, third Command Center does give you some options to get punished pretty hard for it, because 1-gate expand or something like that does usually have more units at their disposal. But in this case, against Nexus first, that time has come and gone. He's dropping mules, he's building SCVs, there's no attack coming, so it's actually just a benefit at this point in time. Is it a massive, massive advantage? No, not necessarily. In fact, it can become a disadvantage if you try to drop it a third too fast, too. That can actually open up some attack timings from the Protoss player. So as long as it just sits here and makes those extra SCVs and mules, it's a boon. It's good.
How about this Immortal? I mean, is this going to be indicative of some sort of Immortal bust, or is this just precautionary measures against potential things that the Terran could be doing?
It's what comes off the Robo next. It might be a second Immortal. And if he warps in a bunch of sentries, which there's the sentries, there's the Immortal. Actually, it looks like it's just going to be the one Immortal, but lots of sentries. This is pretty cool. He does have Double Forge going up behind this, so this is in no way, shape, or form like an all-in or a severe timing. This is just a kind of cool, hey, a lot of Terrans push out at this time, and if you do, I'm going to punish you, and look at that! Yep, there's the force fields.
Oh, he actually missed them. But he's able to trap a lot of Marines in there. Now, I love this because what it shows is, hey, I have sentries out in the field. I have an Immortal out. This looks like a potential Immortal bust. And maybe he might be able to do something.
After killing all those units, Gretorp, it very well could become that. Good circle and then potential repair here for Thorzane. I think Hero's going to look up that cliff, see that, and say, nah, I'm just going to let you keep those SCVs off that line. So I'm going to continue to threaten this push.
Yes.
It's going to cost me a pylon. And, you know, Gretorp could actually literally do the math on how much he's losing out with these SVs. But here we go. He's actually going to try to push up. There's no 1-1. I actually don't like the push-up. Oh, good force fields do go down, but that's a lot of bio there. And he's still able to repair the bunker. So, yeah, that was actually a mistake there. I really feel like he should... Well, that's a cool force field. I feel like he should have threatened it, maybe poked and prod up there, lose a Zealot, sure. Continue to keep those SVs off the line. But by having pushed up there... he's starting to lose precious units.
You know, even with this, hold on real quick, there is an engagement yet again. The medevac has to pick up all those units. There it goes. Is he going to target it down? No, he won't get it in time. But what's so cool about this is Hero, I don't think, was planning on doing this much pressure. But behind this, look, 1-1's almost finished.
Yeah.
He had double
1-1's
forge
finishing,
going.
A third is about to finish, and I don't like what Thorzane's doing right now. What are you doing trying to expand?
Holy crap.
If he tries to defend this, could be a huge mistake, Gretorp.
1-1.
The entire NASTL comes down to this. It is Mouz versus Team Liquid, and Thorzane, with his back up against the wall, might actually make a huge mistake here. I hope that he doesn't do it. My gosh.
Thorzane.
Don't do it.
Don't
oh, no. What is it? Oh, you know
Hero.
what? Wow, okay. Hero's like...
Hero's like, yeah, go ahead. You can come down.
And then he comes back.
Okay.
He's like,
there's an observer
Wait
right over there, by the way.
What's that?
There's an observer right overhead.
Oh, yeah.
So it helps out.
Sees everything.
A little bit. He's like, hey, oh, you're actually coming down. All right.
And that's a mistake by Thorzane. That's something he typically doesn't do, man. You got to pick off that observer.
Yeah, ASAP.
And you know what Hero says? I'm ahead. I'm pulling back. Sure, take your third. That's fine. Behind this, I've got 2-2. I'm going Colossus. I've got charge.
Oh, man.
I jumped the gun on the 2-2 a little bit. He doesn't have that going yet, but he is saturating a third. There's the 2-2. Nope, still not to the 2-2. Nope. I just made that up in my head.
You're making up a lot of stuff.
I am lying. But if he loses his army there with how many sentries he has invested in that location, there's actually a really good chance that Thorzane comes out ahead by miles. You cannot lose these sentries. You just simply can't.
Yes. And charge is so important at this time as the medevac count gets pretty high. You need to make sure you can close up on those Marines and Marauders. So get that charge, get the mass Zealots, and you're good to go. I like what Hero is doing right now. Pushing back all these Stalkers, intercepting potential medevac drops. But, you know, Thorzane isn't really a player that's known to be doing this. We have other players like, you know, Puma, MMA.
It's just good Protoss play, man.
Yeah. Well, Terrans will normally go and drop Thorzane. We haven't seen him do that all game.
Well, he's never had the opportunity. Look at this observer following the army, too. This is another mistake Thorzane very rarely makes, getting perfect information. Hero could not be more comfortable. Absolutely could not be more comfortable. There's a scan that goes down, but it's not over the army, so the observer's still sitting there. Third saturated. He's going Colossus. He's got a Templar Archives. This is Pax Romana for the Protoss. They can build anything. They can do no wrong. But of course, that's not an issue for Hero because he usually just does right. Now we have a probe moving around the map, kind of getting a lay for the land. And Thorazane wants to deny that information, rightfully so. 4th base queued up to go on the top right-hand side. And again, I feel for Thorazane because he's facing an absolute monster. I don't see a weakness in Hero's play.
2-2 is about to finish here, and this could be a potential time because, of course, we do see Charge Colossus on the way out. He has 1 out right now. Thermal Lance is just now being researched, so he just might go for the 3-3. Might not do anything, just get the ultimate army composition, and I don't mind that at all. I mean, really, Hero has been playing so well. I think his army control is good enough at that endgame stage to not even worry about those mass EMPs that Protoss fear just so much.
Yep, Thorazane getting his 4th orbital command center lower left side. Let's not count Thorazane out just yet. I can't help but to watch Hero play and really feel like it would just be absolutely ridiculous to try to beat him now. Even look at this. Zealot's moving out. I wonder if this was to throw supply away. He's actually not anywhere near max. So actually what I think this is just harassment at the 3rd. Meanwhile, we have a huge engagement potentially happening in the middle of the map. It is just the 1 Colossus. Range has yet to finish. Seconds away. 3-3 is queued up. So I don't think this is an attack timing advisable for Hero. There's a lot of things in queue that are going to be so beneficial if you just wait a little longer. I think he just wanted the tower for himself. 4
Vikings on the way. They do get produced 4 at a time because he has 2 reactored starports. Here you can see them right there. Ghosts are on the way out. He does have Mobius Reactor finished. Psionic Storm's being upgraded, and we have 3-3. Looks like 3-2 for Thorazane. So yes, there will be a slight time where Hero will be a lot more relevant with those upgrades, and he'll have a little bit of an advantage going into those big battles.
Yeah, and he's actually pushing out right now, man. He's still just sub-max, but it's such a Hero thing to do because he actually leaves that so they can harass, but Colossus potentially getting broadside. A lot of free hits there, good force fields, but his army's all bunched up. Gotta watch out for those storms. Actually, no, there's no storms here. Never mind, misspoke. Protoss is shoving forward. This is a pretty good angle for the Terran as long as he avoids those force fields. Needs to get a concave. Where's those EMPs? There they go. But the force fields cup him into a death valley, and Protoss is doing so much damage. Gretorp, we might crown a victor.
This is going to be it. It looks like the Vikings just are able to destroy those Colossus, but it's not going to be enough. Cupping all those units, having the Colossus deal maximum damage against a Marine army is not what you want to have happen. Vikings are going to land here, but it's not going to be enough. It's just the onslaught of the Protoss is way too strong, even with equal upgrades. 3-3 about to kick in here. Additional reinforcements coming in here with Colossus, but he just wasted all of his Vikings. So the Colossus
Vikings gone, Medevac's gone, the army's gone, Gretorp. That's it. Top right-hand side being saturated. Nothing stands between Hero and glory. Thorazane, you are just another step on the path to glory that is Hero, and he's going to make it count. The 3rd base is going down. Lower left-hand side is a planetary fortress, but it's a question of what army can Thorazane do. In fact, there's a bad rally point. Immortal's walking out. They're good, but not that good. Not Immortal, excuse me, Marauder. And Thorazane has no units. If you look at that unit tab, 1 Marine. There's 1 Marine somewhere.
It's not going to be... I think Thorazane is just an absolute disbelief.
Yeah.
He's macking up to 2,000
Nothing's happened. He's not building anything.
Okay, yeah.
He's sitting there upset. He just got trampled, man. 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0. Who beats Thorazane 3-0?
Yeah, he has 0 APM.
And look at this.
Thorazane, not happy.
Good game. Thanks, Team Liquid, for making me play the ace now without any warm-up and at the Korean server. Thorazane has a little bit of a message.
Ouch.
A rivalry was born on this day, Gretorp. I'll tell you that right now. That's not a friendly message. That's upset. That's disgruntled.
Really angry.
Okay. You know what? I like it. And unfortunately for everyone, we don't have one server. We don't have LAN latency, so these kind of things do have to happen. We have to change servers. It's only fair. And, you know, I'm not going to get too much into the politics of this because I don't understand them. But the most important thing right now, Gretorp, is that a victor was crowned. $6,000 is en route to Team Liquid with their first Team League championship, I think. Am I speaking correctly here? Can you think of any other?
No.
Not in the NASL. I don't think they've won in a IPL one. They did not win a Masters Cup. So this is it. This is Team Liquid. And I'll tell you what. Their documentary is called Team Liquid Rising, and they've said 2012 is their year. This is one of the ways you start to make that claim, man. Hero 3-0ing Thorazane in the finals. Big, big news.
Yeah, this is a great way to kick it off in the first quarter of the year. So congratulations, Team Liquid. A very big win, in my opinion. They've definitely shown that they are one of the best teams, if not the best team out right now. And that's so awesome. I know they're investing heavily into their players, trying to make them as awesome as possible. HeyPro went back to Korea. I know, Jinro's still in Korea, and they're just strengthening their team that much. Just to give you a recap a little bit, EG did actually finish the group. EG.
It's because we're awesome, man. I appreciate it. It's cool. It's cool.
Liquid finished the season 5-1 in the or 6-1 rather in the NASL group stages. They went on, of course, to win against Team Empire. Not Team Empire. Team FXO. 3-0 in the round of 4, and then of course in the finals they're able to defeat Team MouseSports in the ace match. Hero with a clutch win right there, and a big congratulations to them. Do you have any last things to say about Team Liquid?
Just an amazing performance. It's not like FXO was a bad team. They would go on to win the fourth place match in fairly convincing fashion. Did a great job there. It did go to ace, I believe, but it was still a much better performance from them. And just Team Liquid, I mean, they've got these guys that I really feel like they can count on to win almost all the time. I'd be really interested to see what Hero's record was throughout this entire thing. I can't imagine he lost many games at all. It is unfortunate that apparently Thorzain's upset here at the end, but it's an emotional game, man. Mouz plays with their heart on their sleeve, and of course, when they lose, they're not happy about it. Thorzain's one of the most mannered guys out there, and of course, he does end with a GG well-played hero. So hats off to Thorzain. I understand your frustration, but thank you for wrapping it up the way you did. You know what? I'm just so happy I got to see these games. It was absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
Another fantastic Team League does conclude. And again, big congrats to Team Liquid. They are the big community website. They're one of the most forward-thinking teams in terms of getting their players out there and telling their story. And for them to win this championship, it's so meaningful and it's so awesome because they had a really tough 2011, and now in 2012, they might be the team to beat. They're starting to make that claim.
Yeah, kudos to MouseSports, though. The second place is nothing to be ashamed of.
No, $3,000, man. That's good.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of, and going to an ace match with one of the greatest teams in the scene. There's nothing wrong with it. So congratulations to them as well for taking $3,000. But that's going to wrap it up. The NASTL is going to be done right now, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for tuning in. We want to thank the people that made this possible. Of course, AZO Monitors, iBuyPower Computers, Kingston HyperX, Cooler Master, and last but not least, Beyond Gaming. Don't forget, actually, we're going to announce it pretty soon. So the AZO giveaway, go quickly on Facebook and like them on it.
It ends today, right?
AZO
today?
USA, yep.
Okay.
And for a discounted purchase, you can call AZO at 800-800-5202, extension 200. Also, check out the new desktop app from Beyond Gaming, BG Link. BG Link allows you to connect to your friends a lot easier, tracks a lot of data, and integrates with Battle.net 2.0. It's a really good system for tournaments and just tracking stats. Stats are probably one of the most important things, just to let you know like how you're doing overall. So I think BG Link is a definitely awesome resource, and they're only going to obviously upgrade BG Link and make it even better.
Those people are here to stay, man. So it's a good free product to go ahead and download for yourself. It's another tool to make you a better StarCraft player, and they're constantly working on ways to make your experience not only with that link but also with their entire service. There's dailies that you can play in. They're going to be hosting show matches. Beyond Gaming people, fantastic. They're investing in esports. They're one of the big suppliers of, well, not suppliers, but they're a big sponsor of NASL. They sponsor EG. You know, send them some love, guys. They do a lot of good stuff for everyone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. I want to thank my co-caster, Jeff. Of course, Jeff, it's been awesome, man.
Thank you.
It takes me back, but do you have any shout-outs before we end this?
Yeah, just thank you guys. You know, again, I couldn't be here without NASL obviously extending the offer and inviting me and facilitating that. Really, really thankful for that. Thank you. My team, Evil Geniuses, are wonderful sponsors. Intel, Kingston HyperX, SteelSeries, Monster Energy, Sapphire, Slapbags, Split Reason, Beyond Gaming, all that good stuff. The team and I are so happy to be able to do things like this and go see the world. sit behind the desk every once in a while, commentate some excellent games. I'm just really appreciative that everyone makes that possible for me. And thank you guys for tuning in. I know this has been an exciting and an awesome journey. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, I love casting. I love the opportunity, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So send us some feedback. I'm iNcontroL on Twitter. He's Gretorp. I've got, there's several threads on Team Liquid that I read all the time, my fan page, my stream page, all that good stuff. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything I can improve upon, or what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. And I'd love to continue to be a better person for all you guys too.
Well, iNcontroL, thank you so much for coming in here and casting with you, of course. But that's going to wrap it up here at the NASL studios. That was the NASTL, and that's going to do it. Take it easy, guys. We will see you next time.
And upgrade that armor on those buildings.
Building
yeah,
plus
please.
2 armor, please.
Please, for the love of God.
All right. And we're back. Delphi versus Stefano.
They thought they were watching us still.
Oh my God, NASL, your stream froze.